So currently it's about 7 a.m. This is around the time that you would get a booking from Scoot. Now, what I've learned that's really helpful, if you're teaching at a KIPP school, you want to always leave 10-15 minutes before the time that map says. So say if map says you'll get there at let's say 7:45. Wrong. You're gonna actually get there closer to 8. The traffic for those KIPP schools are disgusting. Like, I don't know what it is, but the way they have the entrance to the school and everything, it's like you can get to the drive-in part in the school at 7:45, and the officer might redirect you, make you do a loop around, and then you might have to be in a super long line to get into the what's my alarm? See that? Boop, boop, boop. Yeah. So the officer you might be in a long line to get into the school, and then they might consider you late. And if you're late, you have to call Scoot and say, hey, I'm gonna be 5-10 minutes late. And they'll dock 5-10 minutes of work out of your pay. It's gonna be like maybe like $1.50 or 25. It's not gonna be a lot, but they're gonna dock that 10 minutes of pay out of your work because you're late. So rule of thumb, if it's KIPP, always add 15 minutes on top of the Google Maps time. If it is Yes Prep, you're good. You go the time Google Maps says for Yes Prep, you'll get there. Yes Prep, they have a very nice system. The school is laid out very nicely. No hate to KIPP. That's just how it is. Yes Prep, every time I go to Yes Prep, I get there exactly the time Google says. If I go to KIPP, I gotta add 10-15 minutes. KIPP school, I'm at a Yes Prep school that I'm going to. It's 7:15. If y'all know anything about driving, it's usually 2 minutes a mile. So this is added 10 minutes to the drive. This is still not bad compared to some schools that I've driven to, where you might be driving 4 minutes a mile, and that'll be a 40-minute drive. I have a pro tip. Buy those $1 pencils, not these. Buy these and bring like a pack of these with you to school, because a lot of times teachers will lock their cabinets, and if a student who's unprepared, which there's always an unprepared kid, those kids, if their classmates don't have pencils, that's it, because you'll get a key at a lot of schools. Like KIPP will give you a key, but they won't give you the key that the teacher has to their cabinet. So you have to kind of figure that one out. Also, I suggest taking like a bag and then putting your name badge right on in the morning, so that way you don't forget it, because it is a requirement from Scoot for you to wear this when you're working. And then bring a bag with your stuff. Please don't try to go out for lunch. I hear stories so many times on Scoot where people are trying to leave the campus to go get food, and then it's like they're fired or they don't ever work at that school again. So don't do it. Just bring your own lunch. It's not hard. If you want restaurant food, buy it the day before and then bring it to school and microwave it the next day. That's what I would do if you really want your restaurant food. If your restaurant food can't be reheated the next day, I would question the quality of that food, because that means it's fried. That means it's a fried food. If it's something that's lightly fried, like something in rice, chicken, it should reheat quite nicely. Or just make your own food. Anyway, I'm gonna head to work, and then I'll give you a little bit more info. So Google Maps says I'll be there at 7:54. This is a Yes Prep school I'm going to, so let's see if we get there at the time it says. Okay, I got 2 more pro tips for you. You're gonna think that, oh wow, this is like common sense, but I promise you, some people don't think about it, or sometimes you forget about it. If you go to school without a jacket, you may have a horrible day. So always bring a jacket. Always. Even if it's the heat of the summer, always bring a jacket, because sometimes you will get the world's coldest classroom. Like, I'm talking, I've gotten rooms where it's like there's no insulation or something. It's like 60 degrees in there. So sometimes you get a really cold room, sometimes you get a really hot room. So always bring a jacket. Pro tip number one, bring a jacket. Okay? Pro tip number one, bring a jacket. Pro tip number two, if you don't have time and you want to get breakfast, what I would suggest is get the Walmart app on your, not Walmart, get the McDonald's app on your phone. Order your McDonald's before you leave home and make sure it's en route. And then place and say that you're there before you even leave home, right? And then when you drive there, by the time you get to that McDonald's, your food will be on the counter ready for you. I've done it so many times. It works so perfectly. Order the food before you get there. Say that you're there before you get there. Then leave. 7-8 minutes later, your food will be ready and you'll be good to go. And you'll be like a 2-minute stop on your road. Instead of like a 5 to 7 minute stop, you'll just drive into the McDonald's. Don't go through the drive-through. Go right into the store. Like, park and walk in and put it to where you put counter pickup. Walk in, grab your food, walk out. You are good to go. Sorry, I'm driving. I was at the red light. But yeah, I'll tell y'all more when I am stopped. Oh, this can't be real. Look at this. What? I've never encountered a train. I've never. The one day I record, a train. Oh man. Oh man. I gotta see if I can reroute this drive. This is crazy. Yeah, hey, Dion, you wouldn't believe this, but I think I'm gonna be like, I want to say 20 minutes late. I swear I left more than enough time ahead. There was like a huge major accident where both roads I could take were closed. And then I turned back and I start driving the other way, and then a train comes. And it wasn't like one of those, it was like one of those, freight trains. Yeah, so it was, I don't know what my luck is today, but it's like I'm locked in to be in a later time. So I right now the maps shows me 8:22. I mean, that's still before they do the homeroom, but yeah, it's I'm baffled myself. I'm like, how was this?
No, we definitely understand, and we understand that traffic-related things do happen. So no issue there. So what I am going to do is I'm going to adjust your time and let the campus know 8:25 for now. That
Yeah.
like I think you need more like 8:22.
Yeah.
If you get there earlier, just indicate it on your timesheet. Now, one thing that I will say that your consultant is going to follow up and let you know is that essentially, if there is ever any traffic-related issues, to call us at least 30 minutes prior. But I definitely understand everything that's going on today for you in time. So that's okay as well. Just wanted to let you know that. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So I was getting there and I was getting close, and then like the two roads were like locked down, like it was no movement, and yeah, sorry for that.
No, definitely understand. So I'm gonna let the campus know. I've already updated your time to 8:25, and like I said, if you get there any earlier, just indicate that on your timesheet. Okay.
All
right. Well, have a good rest of your day, and just give us a call back if there's any more trouble. Okay.
right.
Bye. Bye.
All right. So yeah, I just called Scoot. So they said 30 minutes before. So I just learned something new with y'all. 30 minutes. I'm usually not late, but this was the craziest traffic situation that I've ever seen. Both roads that you were supposed to take to get to the school were locked down. And then the third road I went to, a train. Like, what? Y'all. So now I'm on the highway. And because if I stayed by that train, I would guarantee get there after the attendance for the kids, and that's, you don't want to do that. I'm right outside the school. I'm about to go in. Main thing when you check in, you need your driver's license. You also want to bring water, and when you first go into school, you want to locate the bathrooms and the teacher's lounge immediately, because there's no one coming to help you when you need to use the bathroom mid-class. So you want to use the bathroom before class or between classes. So I got some more tips for y'all. One, when you come into the school, after you check in, the first thing you want to do is you want to ask them, if they don't give you a key to the door, you want to ask them if the bathrooms are unlocked. Because some schools, like this one for instance, they leave the bathrooms unlocked so that way I can just walk across the hall and go to the bathroom. But if you go into certain schools, this is more common in the KIPP schools, they won't give you a key and the doors will be locked. And if it's an elementary school, good luck trying to find someone in the hallway so you can go to the bathroom. So you have to really want to ask that one like right away, like, hey, is the bathrooms unlocked? Do I get a key? Right? Second question you want to ask is the teacher's lounge. You know, where is the teacher's lounge? Is it right behind the administrative office, or is it upstairs? You want to know where it is, kind of, so that way you can either store your food, and then that's where you can go on lunch break. And the third thing is you want to always check. I'm not going to show you my attendance sheets because then it's going to have the kids' names and stuff, but I will just say, you want to check your attendance sheets and look at where they show the class period, and look at every class period, put them in order, and make sure it all makes sense to you, and everything. And then once it all makes sense, if you have any questions about like, how's this gonna work, ask them before you go to the room, because once the day starts it becomes hard. So ask them like, what is this, where am I supposed to be? I've had a class where I was supposed to be helping the kids in ISS, which is like in school suspension, but the other sub that was supposed to cover for me, they did not show up to cover my class. So I had to go in, whatchamacallit, I had to go in and stay there, and then they had to figure out where that sub was. So they got in trouble because they didn't go to their class because they didn't understand their schedule. And I had to stay there because I had a classroom of 30 kids versus the ISS only had 2 kids. So it's order of the amount of kids. I had to stay there, and the ISS kids were left with just a random teacher that was passing in the hallway, right? If you need breaks, if you're someone who needs, because when you work middle schools, you don't get a lot of breaks. Like, I don't know why they didn't give me a class for right now. This is very rare. Most times you will work the entire day and you only get the 30-minute lunch break. However, if you work in an elementary school, you are guaranteed an off period. Like, it's guaranteed. You'll get a 30-minute lunch break, and then you'll get 1 hour because they have something called excellence, which is like arts, crafts, music. And during that time, you'll just be sitting in a room by yourself. So you're guaranteed an hour and 30 minutes of break at an elementary school. That, to me, gives you the most bang for buck because you can really get to relax in between those classes. Same thing with high school. Every now and then they'll give you a whole hour and 30-minute off along with your 30 minutes. So you even can get up to 2 hours off if you work at a high school. Middle school, not so much. It's almost like they need so much help at the middle schools that you're not getting that off period. So today I brought this is my lunch. I bought it yesterday, and I just saved a decent amount of food so that way it can take me through the rest of the school day. This is a very good one you can do. One more thing is parking. You want to always check where to park for the schools, because sometimes if you park where the car riders are, you're not leaving until maybe 4:30. So always, always check where you need to park. Like right now, I'm parked in a perfect spot to where when I pull out, I can leave before the buses if I wanted to. The buses are right across from me, and that makes it very easy for me to leave. So definitely check the parking. They will tell you where to park, and usually where they tell you to park is always the best place to park. So always park there. The last thing you do after you finish any school, almost picked my nose on camera, is you submit the time. Usually the time is already entered in for you on the app, where it'll say like 8 o'clock to 4:15, and then all you do is you submit to say that that's the time that you worked. For me today it was 8:25 to 4:15, and then you go home, and then you will expect to be paid the next week. So every week, if you work every week, you'll get paid every week. It's a pretty nice thing. Now, if you have any questions, anything that you want that I didn't cover in the video, please drop me a comment. I respond to all comments. I said it earlier. I think it's been a long day, but I respond to all comments, and I love to hear people's feedback on videos. And hopefully this helped you. If it did, subscribe to my channel. You will only get video from me if you like what I make already. So if I make a video about fruit, you're not gonna get it if you're not interested in fruit. I don't send any notifications to any of my subscribers because I think it becomes a little annoying when people sending all these notifications. Unless you want notifications, you can personally put the notifications on for yourself. So if you are this far in the video, like, subscribe, thank you for watching, and leave a comment so I can thank you for spending the time with me.